This is Squad, a game that is by far one of the most realistic military simulation games out there at the moment, that provides authentic combat experiences through teamwork, constant communications, and realistic gameplay. It bridges the gap between arcade shooter and military simulations with 100-player battles, combined arms combat, base building, and an integrated VoIP system. And guys, just like with every honest review I've done before, I'm going to list my picks for the 5 good and 5 bad things about this game, so make sure you stick around for those as well. Squad is a tactical first-person shooter game developed and self-published by the Canadian development studio Offworld Industries, and I can tell you that by simply just looking at the Steam reviews alone, the chads at Offworld Industries definitely know what the hell they're doing. In May 26th of 2015, they started a Kickstarter campaign that went on to raise over $200,000 after 5 days.
Oh my god! Wow!
Squad was originally released on Steam as an early access game in the 15th of December 2015 and officially released later on 23rd of September 2020, so 5 years later basically, and so far they have sold over 3 million copies worldwide. Unfortunately for all the console guys watching this, Squad is only on PC as of now, and it costs around 45 euros or 49.99 freedom money on the Steam marketplace. Squad is a heavily teamwork-oriented game, so you definitely want to be rocking a microphone when playing it to ensure the best experience possible. I actually had a laugh when I found out that they even listed that in the system requirements in Steam. This game offers a lot of content with 26 big maps from all around the world, loads of vehicles from tanks to transportation trucks to choppers, loads of different factions and loads of different classes and weapons as well. I've played Squad for a bit over 50 hours now. Now, I know that's not that much, but I feel like it's still enough for me to make this review. I've mostly played as a medic, sniper, and a squad leader, and I feel like I have a good enough understanding of the game to create this review, because I never want to make these reviews unless I know I've played the game enough. Like, you really need to have an understanding before you start doing this shit. But I think it's about time for us to get to the 5 good and 5 bad things about Squad. Let's go! The first bad thing just has to be the fact that this game is a bit too expensive for my taste. I'm sure there would be a lot more players if they had lowered the price a bit. Like, you can buy Arma 3 for pretty much half the price, and it's just as much of a military simulator as this game. So why put on such a big price tag and drive potential customers away is beyond me. The second bad thing is probably a bit controversial, and I know there are some good reasons to why it doesn't exist in the game, and that is destruction. I understand that if the game had destruction, the mortars would just absolutely rip through everything, but then again, that's realism for you. And I'd love for explosions to cut down trees and whatnot. I feel like that would be a great add-on, but might just be me, hey? The third bad thing is the movement. I don't know if it's just me, but sometimes I've had a lot of issues trying to maneuver around objectives, and climbing feels like I'm carrying my battle buddy on my shoulders. And don't even get me started with vehicles, because they just feel so damn clunky to drive. Again, it might just be one of those things that I'm just bad at, but getting my massive truck stopped from 100 to 0 when hitting a small pebble on the road feels a bit silly to me. I do also wish the infantry movement offered more stuff like shooting blindly from behind cover, like in Tarkov for example. The fourth bad thing in my opinion is the fact that the medical side of the game is a bit too shallow. Like, it doesn't matter if you get shot right in the ass, just apply a bandage. Oh, your leg fell off? Bandage that shit. Oh, the big bad men from the enemy team took you as a sex slave? Guess what? Bandage. Like, I'm not saying the system should be super complex, but maybe introduce a couple more items for the medic to use in different situations and make that medic choose what item is best for the situation at hand. Like, maybe add a tourniquet and morphines and stuff like that. The fifth bad thing is the fact that sometimes it is so damn hard to find an open squad, especially in the start of the round. No one wants to create a squad and be the leader, so in the end you are forced to do so, and then there is still some a-hole who joins your squad and cries because you're not doing everything the way they want. I call it backseat leading, and it is so goddamn annoying. But yeah, I think that's all of the bad stuff I really have to say. Now let's get to the 5 good things in this game. The first good thing is definitely the communication system in this game, especially if you're running the gig of a squad leader and you can hear the commander giving commands in your left ear and your squad's medic asking for cover in your right ear, and simultaneously having some guy from a completely different squad yelling for help on the ground. It's just so goddamn immersive and it amps up the realism and teamworking to a whole new level. Oh yeah, I got enemies on me 50 meters northwest. The second good thing is definitely the godlike sound design in this game. The best way I can describe it is that it causes PTSD. Like, I've heard some veterans say that the sounds of a firefight are pretty damn realistic, and just hearing those rounds whiz by your head will make you duck for cover behind your monitor like there's no tomorrow. The third good thing are the moments where you're working together with your squad as one and having an absolute blast. Like, you don't really get those sort of moments in any other FPS game out there, and sometimes you get awesome interactions between other squads too when you run into them on the battlefield. The fourth good thing is the fact that this game has so many maps and other content in it, and every game you play feels different to one another and it never feels repetitive, or at least it hasn't felt like that to me. The fifth good thing in my opinion are the map designs. I mean, you'd imagine it would be difficult to design such large maps that work well with different game modes and events and whatnot. I mean, there are some maps I don't like, mostly being the ones with hills that limit your movement, but that's just because I prefer other types of environment, not because it's a bad map. So, map design is one of those things that I can really appreciate in this game. So yeah, those were my picks for the good and the bad things in this game. The conclusion I always come to with this game is that it is absolutely worth to buy and play. If you're at all interested in military simulators and teamwork based games, you will not be disappointed with this one, you can trust me on that. If you found this video at all helpful, then please do leave a like and consider subscribing to my channel as well. Also, do feel free to comment down below your opinions about this game, and also let me know what other games you would like me to review in the future. That is all for today, and I will see you in the next one.